turn, Victoria.
You know, everything is so difficult now. We're trying to get everybody to the question number 2. And you know, I'm sure that everything will be fine. Cool. But we need time, please.
That's Elsie. Come on, who you are? Hetty. Hetty's the one checking everybody to the bus. That's Jeremy there. That's Magda there. Everybody. Faces, they're all smiling. Oh God, what I do? We need to Edinburgh now, huh? Isla, yes. And Vicky, yes.
Jojo, you should be in it as well.
Say hello, say hello. Edinburgh as well.
In their own affairs, and it's important to have all the children, those whose futures, you know, are reliant on exactly what's happening now, that they're represented. So that's why we're going to ensure that our voices are heard.
You spoke to some kids who are here today.
No, on Thursday I gave them a lecture in simple ways on exactly what the issues are about debt cancellation, about trade justice, and about the necessity for the doubling of aid, so that Africa can get off the street and really begin to work like the lion and to reap the great potential that the continent has.
Hey, watch out for that one. Watch out. Edinburgh.
Yes, I'm
Why are you going?
Oh, because I am from Latin America and I think we are all together in the same boat and we have to push forward and to support, you know, the Africans, our brothers from Africa and from Latin America to cancel the debt of the less developed countries. That's why I'm going.
You're dressed like Che Guevara here.
No, it's just my beret that I use all the time. And it belonged to my uncle who was in the army. So that's why I use it.
Wonderful. Yeah. Carlos, watch out for him in Edinburgh.
I'm going to stand up for Africa.
Wow. That's good enough for us.
Yeah.
Watch out for Frank. Watch out for Max. Hey, James. Watch out for James as well.
Okay, perfect.
Hey, how you doing, man? How you doing, girl? How you doing, man? Hey, why you guys getting
My name is Shay. L-E-J-A-H.
And why are you going?
All right, Michelle, why you going?
To stand up and speak up for Africa.
Give them a shout, give them a shout.
Africa! Big up on the girls, big up Demi, big up Georgina, big up what time is it? Big up my youth, big up Gina, big up Samaya, big up
These youngsters here in Britain and London, this is Victoria, and they are going to stand up for Africa. Watch out for these guys in Edinburgh tomorrow, because they're going to make it happen, they're going to make it loud. What do you say? In Victoria, and I'm standing right here by my side by one and only Julie Coker. And to Julie, what are you going to Edinburgh for?
Well, we are going for the big show. The greatest show on earth, that's what we're going for. And we have a message to carry with us. And everybody here is going with the same objective, to let Africa's voice be heard. And this whole project here is called Stand Up for Africa. So that's exactly what we're doing. And we're even going a step further to ask not only for cancellation of debt, eradication of poverty, but mainly eradication of diseases, especially sickle cell anemia. We want to make sure by the time we finish this whole exercise, sickle cell anemia will be at number 3 after HIV, malaria, and all the rest of it. So here we go, sickle cell anemia. We are launching an attack against you, and you're finished for now. Forever.
Oh my God. Now we see what's going to happen. Because Edinburgh in 2005 has never seen anything like this in England, in the whole of the world as a matter of fact. And here we have up to 2 loaded coaches all the way from Stand Up From Africa in Battersea and supporting charities like Richard Coker Foundation and all other charities who are around. We'll give you the names, we'll give you their chairperson and the leader, but I bet you this is really going to stand up for Africa.
Stand up for Africa and for their dear history.
This morning, and I'm here with a young lady from the World Development Movement. What's your name, please?
My name's Claire Milne.
And what do you do for World Development?
I'm a campaigns and parliamentary officer.
What is it about?
WDM basically campaigns for justice for the world's poor.
Yeah.
We put pressure on the UK government and on companies to make sure that they're doing the right thing and they're not perpetuating the global situation where millions of people are living in poverty. Yeah, we mobilise public pressure to do that, to change the rules, to make sure that the situation can change.
So what role do you play now in this Make Poverty history? What have you done so far?
Okay, well, all of our campaigns are very central to the demands of Make Poverty history. Trade justice, drop the debt, and more and better aid. And in particular, our Dirty Water, Dirty Aid campaign is about better aid, and it's about the fact that the UK government is spending billions of dollars on subsidising private companies and pushing water privatisation in the developing world. And this is a failing solution. Water privatisation is not working. There are still 2 billion people around the world who don't have access to safe water. That's 4 people every minute that die from not being able to access clean water. So our campaign is exposing that and what the government is doing to ignore the real solutions that are the public sector and the community-led initiatives, and instead they're just pumping money into the private sector. For example, the Adam Smith Institute was paid £273,000 by the UK government to produce a pop video to convince Tanzanians that water privatisation was the answer to their water problems. And then just last month, the Tanzanian government threw Bywater out, that's the UK water company, out of Tanzania for failing and for investing less than half of what they promised. So this is a perfect example. You know, the UK government spent £273,000 on a video to promote something that's completely failed. And the UK government spent £9 million on privatisation in Tanzania. This is an absolute outrage. Thank you very much. World Development Movement, they're here in Edinburgh, and we'll be getting in touch with you. Thank you for very
talking
much.
to us.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, this is Edinburgh again. We are here, like we have said all the beginning, Make Poverty history has taken so many dimensions, and one of the most interesting group we've met here is the Mothers Union Bristol Diocese. It's a Christian care for families worldwide. But we have to know what this is about from a participant of the union. Good afternoon. What's your name, please?
My name's Pam Mills, and I'm the treasurer of the Mothers Union for Bristol Diocese. And we work to help families that have had poor times. We work with the mothers in hospital that have got very sick children. We earn money to send families who've never had a holiday away to help build the family relationships. We work for overseas, and we're also linked with a branch in Nigeria. And I hope if they're watching this, they recognise us.
Yes. Can you tell us exactly what you're doing in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, we correspond and we pray for each other. We're really a prayer link with Nigeria. We send them our magazine every quarter, and at Easter and Christmas we correspond and send cards, because it's very difficult to send gifts, as you appreciate.
That's right. Now, how is this going to have an effect on the lives of mothers and their children in Nigeria? All this.
Well, the program, actually, the Mothers Union program works with families to help them give their families a Christian upbringing, and therefore when they are parents, it's better for the whole world.
That's right. Now, there are various hospitals in Nigeria. Have you been able to send any aid, either, you know, in cash or kind, to any specific hospital?
Not that I know of, because Bristol sends our money to Mary Sumner House, which is our headquarters in London, and they send the money out where the need is.
Yes.
So if there is a need, your Mothers Union need to write to Mary Sumner House and explain the need, and then they will, if there's money available, help you.
Yeah. Not only in Nigeria, but there are places like Darfur, where there's so many atrocities being carried out against mothers and children. Can mothers really zero in on some of these areas where there's abject poverty and injustice.
Do the mothers have education? Because at the moment, Comic Relief in this country has given us £750,000 to work so that the women can be empowered, so that they can learn to read, learn to write, and therefore play a part in their community.
Well, I think you're doing a very wonderful job. Carry on with what you're doing, and I'm sure that you will hear from us, in due course, from Mothers Union in Nigeria.
Lovely.
I know quite a lot about it.
And do bless us from Auntie.
Hey, this is another afternoon, good time. I am in the stand of map+Africa, part of the poverty history in Edinburgh. This is a lady who is initiating this group and working with them. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Absolutely. My name is Sayira Khan. I'm from South Africa, from an organisation called map+Africa, and I'm proud to be associated with Stand Up for Africa because we are Africans and we are here to fight poverty and to make poverty history.
So, what does map+Africa stand for, and what role are you playing in these campaigns?
I'm the Director of Development and Fundraising, and basically what we do is we look after the poorest communities and we deal with HIV/AIDS caregivers, and we deal with orphans and vulnerable children, and our philosophy is we work from the community in order to uplift them. So all our projects are community driven, and to come here and to ask the G8 to alleviate poverty, to equalize trade is exactly what we need to do. We need to stand up together as Africans and do this for Africa.
In Edinburgh, in the stand of World Vision. I don't know what World Vision stands about, and I know you want to know about World Vision. Here we are, a lady in World Vision. What's your name, please?
Joanna Trevor. Hello.
Joanna, what's World Vision about?
World Vision is an international development charity that works in over 100 countries, helping 85 million people out of poverty. We work trying to get injustice settled so that people have a right to reach their potential.
Well, what is the role you're playing in this particular campaign of the cancellation of debt by the G8?
World Vision is part of all sorts of parts of this campaign. Me personally, I've been involved in lobbying the government, the UK government, to really come down and make a stand to make sure that the G8 comes away putting actions against their words. So it's not just promises, but we see definite change. We're also part of helping this event run and all sorts of other things.
Do you have any programs you do in Africa, World Vision?
Yeah. We work in over 25 countries in Africa, and we work with communities both rurally and in the urban areas, and we will work doing all sorts of things of health, education, we're helping street children and rights-based approach. So all sorts of things. World Vision is really present in Africa.
I told you, Africa is not alone. We have a lot of good friends all over the world, and World Vision has just confessed they are one of our friends. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mission Aviation Fellowship. Mission Aviation Fellowship is present in the World History Day that will mark poverty ever out of the poor countries of the world. I have with me here David Munro. David, can you tell the audience what your mission is about?
Mission Aviation Fellowship is a Christian organisation, and we fly light aircraft into all the remote areas of Africa and also other countries, bringing the need the people require there, physical and spiritual need. We fly in all of the agencies you've heard of, Médecins Sans Frontières, Oxfam, even the United Nations, and individuals, local churches and so on, as well as doing medical evacuation and bringing in water engineers and so on. We had somebody here this morning who is being flown by us into a remote location in Africa, taking a wind turbine to run a water pump. All of these types of passengers and customers use MEF to fulfill the function that they're trying to do, because without the logistical support of aircraft in these areas,